Sean Belizean wake you up every Monday through Friday on Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. That's right, Big D Energy has moved to mornings. Get your morning dose of Neil's tone and Sean's insanity. Weekdays 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Two Detroit sports legends coming together for the best Detroit sports morning show there is. Big D Energy, waking you up weekdays on Detroit's #1 sports network.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Big D Energy.
Big D!
Right here in the Woodward Sports Network. We got that echo going.
We should say Big B, but that's fine.
We'll get to that. Yeah, we got an echo going on for some reason.
All right, we'll figure it out.
But here, we're back at it. Back in studio, Neil Rule, Sean Belizean, JB Smoove is in the building. JB, what's popping?
Benzes and Bentleys all day, every day.
Yeah, well, maybe you should switch to American-made cars.
I know, I should probably do swing shots.
Yeah, KG is in the building. He's getting ready to go. We have young Joey. Generational Alex is here.
Yes.
Your WNBA minute is loading later on in the second hour. Now, full disclosure, I'm on a getaway day. I'm going up north to play golf. So
Holiday.
No, I know where your brain is.
Yeah.
I respect that.
Stamp is licked.
Oh, I respect that.
The return label has been affixed to the left corner, Sean.
Nothing like a mail-in day.
Yeah.
Nothing like a mail-in
that's
day.
I'm just get me till 10 o'clock.
I get it.
That's what
absolutely. I'll help you. Let's go.
Yeah. You know who didn't help?
Segue.
Yeah. No. That. All right. Set up the show. We have a Rest in Peace Tuesday. We're giving away Tigers tickets against the Philadelphia Phillies on Saturday. So stick around for that. Danny Dicchio, Detroit City FC. We'll talk about, soccer teams that actually live up to expectations. We'll talk to him coming up at 9 o'clock. But, Sean, let's just cut the shit, all right? Let's just cut the shit because I'm irrationally pissed off about what happened last night. It was everything that I said it couldn't be yesterday. And you know what? The Christian Pulisics and the Weston McKinneys and all of it. And the ads in the grocery stores and hey, get this yogurt, Ichiban yogurt or whatever it is. Take it all down. Pack it all up and put it all away. The moral of the story, Sean, they got embarrassed last night. It wasn't close. It wasn't competitive. They were embarrassed by a far superior team. And all the shit that everybody was talking, right? Oh, it's different this year. Yeah, it looked the same to me. It looked the same as it always looks to me. And you can dress up the groups and give us, Bosnias and Australias and all those teams you want. Look at what happened anytime we played somebody with the pulse. Turkey, Turkey, they cooked us. And then yesterday, that was flat out embarrassing what happened. Embarrassing.
You know what's interesting, too? I was actually really proud of myself in the group text, and nobody acknowledged it, so now I'm looking for affirmation. When I posted that picture of Mikey Ruzioni sitting at the bar, firing the peanuts in his mouth when he says, "Don't you believe in miracles?" And I answer that, no, I don't. Not when you're talking about U.S. soccer. We just saw it again. And you know what the reality is? The sad reality? We'll see it 4 years from now, too. We are. We're not there. And we're not close.
That's what hurts the most, Sean. You're never going to get a better look than you got yesterday. Never.
We're not close, okay? And it was funny because I was reading some stuff last night, and a bulk of these guys are coming back in 2030.
There's nobody else.
Yeah, they're coming back. But it goes back to, I remember the first day we were talking about this tournament. And by the way, I'm kind of depressed today, Neil. This is the last day of multiple games for the tournament. That sucks.
Oh, man.
We get 2 games today, and then that's it. No more multiple days and everything. I remember, and this is what I talk about. I'm not going to mention names, but you guys don't know this about me. I'm really good. I'm really good at keeping receipts, okay? And I remember the first day we were talking about the stars of the game, and somebody in the chat, and I'm not going to call you out, you know who you are, made a point to say, "What are you talking about? Christian Pulisic's one of the best in the world." Do you remember that?
Yes.
I'm not going to say your name. You guys, come on. Like, I get it. I root for the home team, all of that stuff. But I'm a firm believer in having some kind of rationale, okay? So what bothered me about last night was not the end result, okay? That was expected. I'm sorry, it was. We've been talking about it. We've been doing all the comparisons. I've been doing all the comparisons to college football. Hey, we beat Iowa. That was a nice win. We beat Iowa, okay? We beat Northern Illinois. We beat Tulane. We just played Oregon last night.
And got cooked.
How'd that work out? So to me, Neil, it isn't even about, it's the how the loss happened. That was ugly. No other way to say that. Overmatched. And I don't say this often, okay? Because I know athletes hate this with a passion. And I have been chastised by professional athletes in this town for using this term. So I use it very, very sparingly, okay? The Q word. That team quit with 20 minutes to go. Quit. You saw it. You guys watched it. You watched it. I watched it. The Walking Dead. They were a bunch of walkers.
But Sean, I would ask you the question: why would they not quit? It was over.
No,
it was flat out over.
It was over 9 minutes in, and they even got a big break, and it was over. Come on,
they scored a minute after we scored.
It was over, and that's the part that I think is most disconcerting to me. It's the how. All right, it's the
but
how.
Why, Sean? Why? What did you not expect that?
We're victims of expectations. I did. I expected it. You did too. I told my kid before the game, like he was like, "Do you think we have a chance?" And I laughed at him. I said, 3-1 Belgium. That legitimately, and I almost came to fruition until the late goal. But Neil, I think what it is, and I'm gonna try to be a psychologist for you right now, Neil. Okay, you're not mad at you.
I'm not.
I don't even think you're mad at them. I think you're mad at them.
I did grow weary and tired of the it's different.
Yeah.
And that's where the struggle is, Sean, because a bunch of people piled in, and soccer's a great game. It is. You've always been there.
Yeah.
You've always been
I
there.
love it. Never hide it, never will.
Everybody piled in, and it was all set up for a moment. And that moment was never going to come.
No.
It was never going to come.
No.
Never. And that's the thing that's disappointing about it. You are never going, Sean, in your lifetime, in my lifetime, guys, in your life, there is never going to be a better setup than there was in this World Cup. And they pissed it away. Bottom line.
I think when you look at all three of the host countries, okay, if you look at the roadmap that FIFA provided for them to get to where they eventually got to, and to get to the fate that each three of them got to. Now, I'll give Mexico a little bit more credit because that was, you tip of the cap. They fought hard, all that stuff. Mexico's always been a try-hard, though. You know that. They've always
just like us.
Yeah, they've always been a try-hard. And Canada's a cute little story. They, what they've been able to do for the last few years, they're a cute little story. And we're a cute little story, and that's all it is. Pinch your little cheeks and go on about your day. Thank you for everything, America, and the real boys continue to play. That's where we're at.
Christian Pulisic had 36 touches last night and turned it over 14 times.
Played like
14
a bitch,
times.
bro.
Weston McKennie was non-existent. And I keep hearing about it, right? Oh, Europe, Milan, Real. I hear about it all the time, dude. I never see it. Never do I see it. I see it when I'm walking around the grocery store. I see it there with the little cookies ad and the Gatorade ad and stuff like that. I see it there. Never see it out there on the pitch. Never. And you know what, dude? Everybody was right, man. They were. I suspected they were right. All the people that were saying, because, Sean, to a degree, we talked about this. You can stack the deck all you want. When it comes down to it and they got to play somebody real, you saw. You know what the difference is, Sean? Belgium didn't give a shit about the USA yesterday.
They played their game.
Their best some of the best strikers in the world didn't even start the match. Arguably one of their best players didn't even play at all. They did not care. You think they care about Christian Pulisic in Belgium? Look at that roster. Lukaku comes in. They're up 2-1, 3-1. Lukaku comes in, who has, Sean, 94 goals in his international career in like 130 matches. Like a real player. You don't have to hear about it. You've seen it. He comes in, laughs, goes and scores a goal, hits the Trump dance, and they all walk out and leave.
We talked about it a couple of weeks ago. Remember, too, people got so mad at Tim Howard because Tim Howard had the audacity to speak the truth. And you know that today. I don't know when this happened, but at some point in time, people don't like to hear the truth anymore. It's really weird. Do you remember what he said? Listen, we have to play 4 perfect games in a row. 4 perfect games in a row, okay? They would have had to play a perfect game to beat Belgium last night. Then, Neil, they would have to play a perfect game to beat Spain. Then they would have to play a perfect game to beat, presumably, France. But let's just say, for shits and giggles, Morocco. Okay? Good luck with that. That wasn't going to happen.
No.
And this is coming from a guy who's played in those games and has played against all of this talent. So, in that regard, I'm not ticked off. I think the way that Belgium played with its food last night was that was sad. That was cumbersome.
That's a good way to
troublesome.
put it. It was absolutely sad,
It was
Sean.
sad.
And when they came out, you
Embarrassing.
saw it from the beginning. The USA was terrified. They were terrified of what was on the other side. You could see it. You could
Yep.
see it. Hey,
You guys
I got
watch the game.
I got a quick look. I kept some notes as we went along,
Yes.
right, during the match. It's real quick here. I can sum all this up for you because I know a lot of you didn't watch and don't watch. Yet 38 million people were watching, or whatever the number was.
I can't wait to see what this number is.
No, it is. It's crazy. Second minute. Wow, USA looks terrified. I just kind of jotted this stuff down. What was it? 5th minute, 7th minute? Well, Belgium goal. We get the break of all breaks. The referee had to put us in position to score. We got a lucky deflection. All right, take advantage. I said that to you. Hey, you got to take advantage of this right now. Then I see 1 minute later. Oh, okay. I literally put that on here. I said, okay. So Belgium scores. It's 2-1. And then, Sean, that was when I knew that things were a wrap. And I think it was like 29th minute. Belgium hit a cross that was fizzed in. The dude heads it just wide of the goal. And then 4 minutes later, we have the ball in the attacking side. We have our crosses. Belgium's crosses fired in there right on the head. Just missed the crossbar. Our crosses in the 33rd minute hit people in the dick. That's what our crosses do. And so you knew it was over then. 35th minute, beautiful pass. We go to turn with it, touch it too heavy. Belgium takes it away. They go down the pitch. 38th minute, they're so calm in traffic. They just take the ball, they turn, they go. We don't do that because we're terrified. 40th minute, Sean, I had a revelation. If you have kids in the car, mute the car right now, okay? Mute this. If you're in the car with kids or kids are around, I'll give you 5 seconds here to mute the television or the radio, however you're watching. 40th minute, revelation. Belgium doesn't give a fuck about Christian Pulisic. 22 touches. He lost the ball 8 times. They just go attack him. They go attack him because they don't care. And they made him look like a child playing out there yesterday. 42nd minute, second revelation. Man, Weston McKennie has 18 touches and's lost the ball 6 times. Right before halftime. Hey, sweet corner, Christian. Really took advantage of a big moment and a big opportunity right there. 52nd minute. We finally hit a beautiful pass. We don't do anything with it. They take it away. We just aren't skilled enough, man. You notice the tenor of these messages right now? The acceptance that's coming in. 57th minute. That goal was a goddamn clown show. End.
Oh, my God. It was terrible.
End. Lukaku, 93 international goals. A real attacker. Real soccer players. I don't want to hear it anymore. I don't. You're never going to have a better setup ever. And guys, for those of you that don't like it, I'm sorry that it became such a talking point on here. It won't again. It's over. It is absolutely over. We have about 45 seconds left talking about U.S. soccer.
The fact that we got backed in so deep so many times, it reminded me of when, some nights a defense core isn't going and a goaltender, you see it, you read the goaltender. The confidence he has in himself and the confidence he has in that in front of him. And when a goaltender's deep in his net, that's what we got packed in so deep so often last night, right?
Yep.
And the cross pass, it isn't just the ones they connected on. It's the ones that were oh so close, and we just didn't get those opportunities.
No.
Legit opportunities. It's gross. It was night and day. It really, legitimately, it was night and day. It was. I think it's disrespectful to say varsity versus JV, but it was that bad. It really was. It was that.
You can
bad.
say that.
All right, in the chat, Mark Davis. Our best athletes play other sports. Our soccer team is a group of pampered travel team players with no heart.
It's not ridiculous.
Dan Wetzel had a great tweet. He said, maybe we should charge more for travel soccer, and we'll get better at it.
There's more validity to what you just said than anybody wants to admit. And you know it, I know it.
Listen to him talk after the game.
There's more validity to that than...
Pulisic's up there talking about what a wonderful journey this was. Bullshit. And people are, and I see it in the chat, what about Pochettino and the dude, fuck that. Pochettino is coach, Paris Saint-Germain, Tottenham, Chelsea. He ain't the problem. He's not the problem. Coaching's not the problem. When your captain, the guy that's all over your grocery store, he's in every other commercial during the game. When I hear from him, what an incredible journey this was. Bullshit. That was embarrassing. Nationally, worldwide, embarrassing. Especially with everything that went into it, and you know what I'm talking about. And then you follow it up with that. I don't want to hear it, Sean. I don't.
Sports are for profit, man. So like what Wetzel said and what that texter just said, that's 1,000%. It's for profit now.
Yep. And by the way, under Wetzel's tweet, somebody said, by the way, Norway made youth sports free in their country.
Imagine that.
About 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Damn. Wow.
So there you have that.
That has been a bigger problem than anybody in Ozutezini wants to say.
It's just embarrassing how bad Pulisic played. He played like such a baby, bro. Like, it was that bad.
Like we talked about it day one, and people get mad.
I know, they treat him like a star.
He's not a star.
No.
You compare him to, seriously, look at the guys lighting it up in the tournament. He doesn't belong in the same
We treat him like a star because we're so bad.
It's just
Shad 216, sell the country. Shad 216, we showed our ass 4th of July just to get it beat 2 days later. Mike G, ask Neil, can we just blame USA sucking at soccer on travel soccer and pay to play? You guys know my stance on it.
Part of it.
It doesn't help.
It's part of it.
It doesn't help. All right, Woodward Sports Super Chats. Let me get those caught up. Austin P, I'm still all in on the World Cup. Well, everybody.
of course.
Well, you are a shrinking minority by the second.
Of course I am. Argentina. Like I said, I'm bummed out. This is the last day we get multiple matches. I'm really legitimately bummed out. This has been a blast for almost a month.
It's wrecked, Sean. It's wrecked it to some degree, man. Like it has. Like my feel for it, all of it.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm in.
I'm still gonna like watch the
final.
Oh,
of course.
I
get it.
Sure. You guys are electric in the super chat here and in the chat. Jordan Lionheart, super chat. Hashtag Art and Jake's rest in peace to the average smooth-brained American that, quote, didn't watch, going back to saying soccer sucks now. That's an early contender for the Art and Jake's Detroit Tiger tickets.
Nicely done.
Shot 216, same old USA. S-O USA.
Damn.
Chris Putnam in the chat, super chat. Does this mean no more soccer talk starting now? Yes, Chris. Yes. Maybe we'll touch on the final for 45 seconds. Ryan Kalinsky, our guy. USA was Vandy when they played a blue blood.
God damn.
Be careful. Don't say that. Tev Sauce.
Shout out to the Commodores. Can I do that?
No,
How
you
you
can't.
guys been? You all right?
Tev Sauce in the super chat. Day 22. Scott Harris is a less than GM.
Never change.
That hasn't changed. Jordan Lionheart, super chat. Belgium's tweet after the game was, overturn this FIFA is an all-timer. They did whatever they wanted to do against us. Not surprising, though. No, it's not. Joshua Black, pay to play is soccer nepotism everywhere else. So there it is. And they just took the best chance that they're going to have, and they just shit all over it. So, guys, like Greg Thomas says in the chat, Belgium kicked us in the nuts, and we got to sit there and take it. So you can save all the cracks about waffles in Belgium and, ooh, Belgium waffled, all your little USA is the real Waffle House signs and all that bullshit, and pack it up.
You know, I'm a big fan of sometimes you have to just shut your mouth. Sometimes you have to shut your mouth and take it. It was actually comical to see all the people firing back at the Red Devils account. It was actually sometimes you shut up and take it. That's it. That's it. It's over. It's amazing. Making it worse that way. But Neil, again, I'm not like how could anybody be surprised? Like, legit, deep down inside, even you people, don't you believe in miracles? Even you people, you can't be surprised. That was uglier than any of us could have imagined, though. It just was. I hate to say it was one of the worst matches in the World Cup. It really was.
It's up there.
It was one of the worst matches of what has been a phenomenal World Cup, I might add. That was one of the worst matches of the World Cup.
Yeah.
In a round of 16. There you go. Jesse Adams, another moral victory in the World Cup for USA last night. Now everyone who cares can go back to their holes until another 4 years. Well, see you later, in Neil Rule's voice tone. Yeah, so...
It's going to be a little bit of that.
Yeah.
A lot of that.
And it was. And finally, last one, like, the crew on Fox and, like, Alexi Lalas and Zlatan and all that kind of stuff. And I get it. I get the stuff that they have to say. I work in that field. Like, I understand how it works. But to, like, sit up there and say... hey, you know, we did something we never did before. That's odd. We do that all the time.
Yeah.
Whenever we play somebody good, we get our asses thrashed. Like, that's the way. So just save it, guys.
Yeah.
Save this was a history-making World Cup. Save all that.
Except
Heck,
with one exception.
What?
Carly Lloyd went off, and
Yes.
I loved it.
that is the one thing about the soccer.
No, I was just about to say that. I was on the TSN broadcast because I was pirating, of course. But, boy, did they let us have it, man. They was already kind of perturbed because of the Trump decision and the FIFA overturning Balogun. Boy, they let us have it, boy. They cut
rightfully
us
so.
deep. Oh, yeah. Everything they said was true.
Sean, you talk about this shit all the time. These are the battle lines you draw, and you got to live with it. And when it doesn't go your way, you just got to sit there and take
just
it.
take it. Carly went off after the game. I was bravo.
Yeah.
I was very impressed by that. There was no groundbreaking thing. I know everybody likes to turn things into something it's not today. Okay, there was nothing groundbreaking about this. There was nothing historic about this. This is where it was going to end, and it's where it's ended before. And in the days that go on. You know how it works, Neil. Those people will be quiet today, all right? Might be tomorrow, might be the next day. I'm agitated at all the stuff you guys said. Oh, why? Stop turning this into something that it wasn't.
Get a like
You're going to hear it, Neil. You're going to hear it. After the historic run in 2026. Historic? What are you talking about? But I guarantee you'll hear it. Mark my words, you'll hear it. That's where we're at right now, and it's sad.
Indy Lions. Some would say the USA had a generational run.
Some will say that they did. That's the worst part.
Did they make it 9 rounds? I don't know.
William Rhodes, here we go. 38 million out of 350 million. Not everyone watched. Not everybody watches a Super Bowl, according to the numbers, but they do.
I just, dude, come on.
I love the great.
Y'all got it.
Who is that?
Where was it? That was William Rhodes.
William, compare what other big events get. I think you'll be surprised at how well this did compared against some other big events. The Super Bowl is something different. That's an entity unto itself. I think you know that. But do a little research and compare what the Stanley Cup final gets, what the NBA finals get. Compare and contrast. I think you'd be shocked. I really do. I think you'd be shocked.
From Ryan, Christian Pulisic is the Dylan Larkin of soccer.
I mean,
is he wrong?
As long as there's somebody else to do the heavy lifting.
I think that's disrespectful to Dylan Larkin.
Yeah. Freddie Felt. Neil, I'm done watching and talking about soccer. Now let's talk about Larkin, Dern, and Scooble. All right. Okay, that was it. Like that was it. The only time we will talk soccer going forward is when we're talking about Detroit City FC.
shout out.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Danny Dickey will be here at 9 o'clock. We'll talk about now that everyone has moved on from World Cup.
Talk about how America got that
At
ass.
some point in time, can we talk about young Washington? Just at some
Yeah,
point in
dude,
time. You know
yeah.
what?
What is this I'm hearing about
Yeah.
young Washington?
Let's talk
What is
about
that?
that.
Speaking of this, all right. So we have 3 more minutes, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, where
So
Notice how
Sean,
Joey left the room.
Yeah, where'd he go?
yeah, where'd he go?
He called a meeting. So
He went.
he called a meeting of
Him
a
and
certain group.
Pulisic jump on the private jet and
Right.
take it home. Like, was that it? No. So yeah, and he's not here to defend himself, which I kind of wish he was, but whatever. So Sean was telling us, we sit down pre-show. Most of the heavy lifting's done for the show at that point, and Sean was saying we were organizing like the ads and everything, and the BlackRock. And Sean goes, I'm going to brunch at Black Rock.
Shout out.
This weekend, as a matter of fact. I'm legit going. My wife and I are going to see Young Washington.
Mm-hmm.
And for no reason whatsoever, not relevant, not germane to the conversation, Young Joey, who gives a shit about a movie about Young Washington? Why would they even make a movie like that?
KG, he was so indignant. And that's what I told him, after the fact. I go, if you weren't so indignant about it, I would have let it go through 1 year. But why would you go see that?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He's borderline attacking Sean because he's going to see Young Washington. And I was like... And then Sean starts to go into another point. I was like, whoa, hold up a second.
Right. We're not going to
I kind of went sarcastic, Sean, truth be told. But
I'm like, why would they make a movie about young George Washington? I don't know, Joey. He's only the father of the country.
Yeah.
I don't know why they would make a movie about him and then release it 4th of July weekend. Why would they do such a thing?
Crazy.
To coincide with America's 250th birthday?
No, you're right.
Who could think of such a thing? Nobody's going to go see that. Well, 19.3 million already in the box office in the first few days might speak differently to that.
That's crazy.
Oh, and there's a sequel already being planned, Joe. But other than that,
Young Washington.
nobody's going to see that. Well, I don't care. Okay.
That's funny. His morning outburst, he's 2-0 with his morning outburst because we all know the one before this
one. And when
one.
you say 2-0, you mean 0-2.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh man, shout out Young Joey, man.
So
very spirited young man.
It was kind of, and then you know how it is. Then you very, very sarcastically start talking to him. Well, young Joe, don't you find it interesting that the father of our country's life dream was to be a British general? I don't care. And he gets so mad, and then you have to play.
He
with
literally
him more.
said, "I don't care."
He does. He gets mad, and so Neil and I start, playing with him a little bit more.
Of course, it's too easy. It's too easy.
Mike G. Joey only cares about the Red Cedar River. He doesn't care about dudes crossing the Delaware. Danny G. Young Joey just had a rough night. Maybe he did.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe.
He does like tradition though, but apparently not this tradition. He likes tradition, just not this tradition. That's all.
The bad is the thing that always gets to me.
I know.
I don't like what you like. Okay.
Okay. You got it, man.
You got it, big dog.
He just got back from the frontier fighting the French Indian War. Young Joey.
Freddie Felt. Freddie Felt. Young Washington equals young Sheldon.
Not young Sheldon. That's funny as hell.
Oh my
I don't
God.
care. Okay.
Oh man.
It was great. Thomas Perry.
I knew I walked into hell.
I've already ordered my commemorative red, white, and blue wooden dentures.
Yeah, man. Might as well.
Oh man. Great Lakes 24 in the super chat. I was driving along the Ohio Turnpike yesterday, listening to yesterday's show about Durant, and literally drove past a slingshot trailer. It's a sign. Bring him home.
Bring him home. Just bring him home.
Slingshot trailer is crazy.
Great Lakes 24, I would never encourage people to be unsafe, especially driving. But maybe that's a moment you should have busted out the camera and took a photo.
Absolutely, bro. That would have did our show wonders.
It would have.
Oh, man.
Yes, it was. Detroit Gunny, young Joey reminds me of the kid from Stranger Things. All right, that's enough, everybody.
Wait, which one?
Yeah, which one? Yeah, which one?
Which one?
All of them.
All of them.
Hey, man.
All right, I think that's enough.
My wife and I just want to go to a brunch and a movie, and Joey's
let's get out of here
because
because
I don't need that.
one of those characters was you know what. So let's.
Why would you go see that? I'm sorry, Joe. I won't.
Wait, what?
Hey,
No,
we will get back.
We
Get back to the people on Monday asking Sean if the movie was good or not. Okay.
Well, 19 million plus
19
people.
million in 3 days.
Well, this is Sean. All right, we got it here. This is your show. We're gonna ask him.
That's great, but what I think about the movie still doesn't change the fact that you said who's going to go see that, and it has 19 million in 3 days.
I might go see it tonight.
And now there's a sequel.
MJR's got cheap movie tickets.
It is
Matinee.
Tuesday, yes.
Right.
$5 Tuesdays.
About to go spend $5 go watch Young Washington.
MJR.
I didn't like Avatar,
popcorn.
but 500 billion people did.
Oh, you're crazy for that one.
Nitty gritty. Good thing KG wasn't the one driving that trailer.
I don't know if it was in the slingshot. I might have done a little bit better. I'm just saying.
You would have been more attentive.
Exactly. That's all.
Oh my gosh.
Turn radius would have been better.
Mike G, can we blame U.S. sucking at soccer on the pay-to-pay format in travel soccer? Well, Mike G, about 30 years ago, Norway made their youth sports free.
Yep.
Safe to say they have passed us as a soccer nation.
Oh, yeah.
Safe to say, right? Yes. Woodward Sports chat thread. Rob Lindsay, Mac 2026, punch out Neil. But that's somebody that's up at the golf thing that I'm going to this week.
Oh, funny. Shout out.
All right. That you're talking to a former champion, the original champion. All right.
Tell him.
Never forget.
boy.
None of you can be first. You can all be next, but none of you can be first. Just remember that.
Damn.
All right. Let's take the break. Where are we going?
Well, we got to double up. So let's do Yaldo, Amnesia, and Planet Fitness.
We need to take a break while it's going?
No, we did not.
What's
Hey, if you're
new?
tired of fumbling your glasses and everything that comes
Like
with
you're trying
eye
to see
care.
young Washington.
Well, I want to see
You can't quite see it well.
Right.
You know how you can see it better?
Can I
Visit
tell a
the
lie?
legendary Yaldo Eye Center. They've been in business for over 30 years now. Over 100,000 procedures. The LASIK surgery, completely painless, takes just 8 minutes. Recovery is so fast. Most patients are seeing 20/20 the very next day. So do it the day before you see Young Washington. Right now, you can take advantage of their summer promotion, just $16.99 per eye. Regardless of your prescription, they are going to take care of you. Think of it as an investment in all the money you'll save in the long run by getting something like this done. Wake up with clear vision. Book your consultation with Yaldo Eye Center today at yaldoeyecenter.com/1699.
And let me tell the people about Amnesia. Amnesia is proud to be available at all of the top dispensaries across the great state of Michigan with multiple products for adults 21 and up. Their newest launch is the switch to a 2-gram dual chamber disposable featuring liquid diamonds. With 2 chambers and 2 different flavor profiles, you can enjoy the left, you can enjoy the right, or both at the same damn time and get bipartisan high. But discover your new favorite with the switch by Amnesia.
And Planet Fitness.
You guys already know Planet Fitness, the best gym in the gym game. That's a fact. As long as gyms are in existence, as long as Planet Fitness is in existence, that's where I will go work out. Been a member there going on 4 years. I've never even thought about working out at another gym. All the equipment is there for you. They have the clean facilities, huge locker rooms. Whatever your routine is, if you like to pick heavy things up and set it back down, they have you covered. If you like cardio, the treadmills, the steppers, all that, that's there too. An army of all of that stuff. They got stretch zones. It's all there for you guys. Just go to planetfitness.com, $24.99 a month. That's it. That's all. Planet Fitness. Don't pay more money to lift the same weights.
Dan Campbell is in redemption mode.
No, make no mistake. It's not revenge he's after. It's a reckoning.
And Woodward Sports is here to cheer on the Detroit Lions every snap. Don't miss a moment of Detroit Lions coverage. Follow Woodward Sports on all social media platforms now.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Some days call for light, others lean bold. What about everything in between? All Day IPA, the easy choice for every day. Citrusy, crisp, refreshing. Flavor you can float with. Light on the hops, big on refreshment. One's great. 2, even better. Brewed with you in mind. No shortcuts, no fuss. Big on flavor, never too much. All Day IPA. Hop into easy.
It's game on at Art & Jake's. Wings, burgers, pizza, and ice-cold drinks served up with attention to detail. Wall-to-wall TVs, great service, and a vibe that keeps your crew coming back. Art & Jake's, a sports bar setting with a fine dining flavor.
next generation of Detroit sports media is here. Crunch Time is back on Woodward Sports. Join Jeff Iafrate and Booner Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Taking Detroit sports coverage to the next level with massive interviews, viral moments, and the best live reactions. Get ready, Detroit. The young guns are taking over. Crunch Time on Woodward Sports. A network for the city, by the city. Woodward Sports is Detroit sports.
Neil Rule here for Water Hazard. It's a very first canned vodka cocktail from Founders. 5% alcohol, citrusy, refreshing, and gluten-free.
I hate this place.
Best serve over ice with a slice. Get $5 cans at any Art and Jake's location on Mondays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Water Hazard. Please drink responsibly.
Oh, shit.
Okay. The chat has took a turn for the worst.
Our break between commercials took a turn for the worst.
Yeah. There's no way we can replicate that.
No
way.
My God. And we are not going to.
No,
please don't. Let's not.
Release the dogs.
Sean, guys, look.
Miserable candy.
We will not be talking about.
He's sleeping up there in the
Who
big
gonna reimburse me?
Gonna let him sleep up there in the big house?
There will be no. If you put the movie
Daddy,
Django in your tax.
Does somebody have a skeleton skull and a hammer?
Oh my gosh.
Oh shit.
We need to take a time out.
Oh shit.
Is there another commercial break we can go
Yeah.
to?
Oh my.
Do we need to go to another commercial?
We might have to, man.
Yes.
Oh.
So no, Austin, I'm not reading your text about quote Django and characters and all. We're not doing it. All right.
Oh no.
We're not doing it. Okay.
No.
Yeah. We gave young Joey some homework though. We did.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we'll get yelled at for it.
Absolutely.
Why did you tell me to watch that movie?
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Oh no, super chat.
You gotta read it.
Damn you!
Gotta read it.
Oh my God.
You gotta read it, dude. You know what else?
Joshua Black in the super chat. KG is Abraham Lincoln, the black people's George Washington.
Hey.
Is that true? You're the Minister of Race Relations. Is that true, KG?
That's a hell of a sentence, and no. I'm here to tell y'all absolutely not.
And you do not endorse that responsibility.
No.
You do not condone that responsibility.
Absolutely not.
You do not want that responsibility.
No, I do not have slaves still. No.
Exiled Hansen in the super chat. Slingshot sighting in Kalamazoo near the new soon-to-be home of Western Michigan hockey and the K-Wings. We need it. We need the visual. We need the visual proof. Yeah, here we go. The real buzzcock. Yep, Norway gives you free youth soccer on top of a huge cost of living expense and an ultra-high tax rate. Well, they're good at soccer.
Yep.
And they had the most medals in the Winter Olympics.
There you go.
So it's having some positive impact. We can just say it like that. We want to make everything absolute. Oh, it can't be travel soccer. It can't be travel soccer. That caused us to not be good. It's a factor. Is it safe to say it's a factor?
Oh gosh.
Oh shit.
Neil, this is why I like. It's funny. I've said this for 40 years.
They beat our ass.
Because I live both lives. The similarities, not only in style, but coming up between soccer and hockey are unbelievable. AAA hockey. There are guys that coach in AAA hockey, and they know what it is. It's come on. It's a money grab. It's turned into something gross. I think everybody who's involved in AAA hockey, will say it privately, but they won't say it publicly. This is where we're at. Come on, guys.
I'm sorry, mid-May, man. Send Dylan Larkin to the LeQuint Dickey Mining Company.
Jesus, man. What happened?
I don't know.
How did we get there? Like that. I don't know how we got there.
Yeah. I don't either. Jay Wiley, young Joey's off the amnesia and the Founders early, apparently. John F. Lord,
man.
you like freedom, don't you, young Joey? Jesus Christ. All right, can we take a break?
Yep. All right.
Yes.
We got to reel it in.
All right.
Yes.
Can we take a break, please, and reset?
Yes. let's
Dylan
take a
Larkin
break.
stuff when we come. Anything, literally anything else when we
Right.
come back. No, we do have some Dylan Larkin news. Can we take care of that house cleaning? Okay.
He's gonna
Please,
work.
please, somebody else say
He's
something.
gonna work
else.
some
All
more.
right,
He's gonna work some more.
we'll be back after this.
Okay. Thank you.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Jameer Gibbs, breakout season, loading.
Inside the 5, Gibbs to the end zone. Touchdown.
Woodward Sports, the most dominant Detroit sports coverage around. We aren't quite sure if they consume more beer or sports. Either way, the heavyweights are here. Live on Woodward Sports, daily 5 to 7 p.m.
Neil Rule here for Art and Jake's, the very best sports bar in the sports bar game, everybody. I've worked it into the regular rotation. Get done with a round of golf, pull up Art and Jake's, elite menu, great drinks, elite viewing experience. You can watch the Tigers be 10 games under 500, yet a wild card threat at the same damn time because they got all those TVs out there at Art and Jake's. But no, guys, for real. It's not just, hey, what sauce you want on your wings. Look at these projection screens. We're talking ultra high definition 4K everywhere as far as the eye can see, and an elite menu stocked with your bar favorites, also with your designer favorites. It's all there for you guys. Art and Jake's, a sports bar setting, a fine dining flavor. All right, off and running here, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neil Rule, and of course Sean Balijan here in the house, JB Smoove, KG, Young Joey in the building, Generational Alex. The WNBA Minute is coming up in just a little bit. All right, that's it. We're done with the World Cup discussion. Danny Dicchio will join us coming up at 9 o'clock. Detroit City FC's got it going, everybody. And we'll talk with Danny, get his thoughts, obviously, on that, the World Cup as well, all of it. But Dylan Larkin, we've had a
new episode of As Larkin Turns?
You know how when you have these TV shows, right? And there are like reaction podcasts and everything, and somebody will say something, it will kind of go viral. Sean, it's safe to say we kind of had that with the Elliot Friedman stuff, where he kind of talked about the fact that, like, look, Dylan Larkin's becoming more increasingly valuable by the minute, namely because of his contract, Sean.
Correct.
What's really weird is almost as if somebody said that from day one. I wish I could figure out who it was.
We'll work on that and get back to you.
That said, maybe you should just hold on to him, because eventually what happens is desire and need, and most importantly, want, all intersect. And you're absolutely right. As everything starts to settle, Steve Yzerman, I have to give him credit, is playing this smartly. Because guess what? There's going to be a need. There's going to be a desire. And if you paid any attention to what he's done before, because again, anybody who tells you that they know definitively what Steve Yzerman's going to do is lying. Steve Yzerman does not let that out there. So what you have to do is you have to go back and look at how he's handled things like this before. And all they need to do is look no further than Marty St. Louis and Jonathan Drouin, who sat for a year and a half after making a very public trade request. So at the end of the day, Neil, that doesn't mean that it's going to happen at trade deadline. It doesn't mean that. It might happen tomorrow if he gets a deal. But you know what? His stock continues to rise. Now, why is that? Why is it? We haven't played any games. There have been no games played. Dylan Larkin hasn't added anything to his resume. It's want and need and desire. And as this arms race is going on, an arms race that the Detroit Red Wings simply are not participating in, I might add, they've got a pretty big missile. They do. And this is where Steve has to deal from a position of strength, because there aren't a lot of positions of strength with the Detroit Red Wings right now.
Woodward Sports Chat Thread, Stephen Baffey. Leo Carlson getting $18 million AAV sure is not hurting the chances the Red Wings get a haul for Larkin. He could be the Wings version of Stafford, trade him away and jumpstart the rebuild. And for those that don't know, Leo Carlson signed an offer sheet with the Philadelphia Flyers. And it is, look, the labor stuff with the NHL, it is massive. It's a massive undertaking to sign a restricted free agent. If Anaheim chooses not to match, then Anaheim will get the Philadelphia Flyers' next 4 first-round draft picks.
Damn.
Next four for 4 years. We'll get their first-round draft picks. You could almost cement your franchise if your reward for not matching an offer sheet is 4 first-round picks. Like, you can have a nice little foundation off of those pieces if you so chose. But Anaheim's in a little bit different spot.
And you know what? They have some assets in which they can deal. You know, they're on the way up. I mean, might you, as a consolation prize, take those 4 first-round draft picks and maybe call your old buddy Steve Yzerman and go, Steve, what can we do to get Dylan Larkin here?
Right.
All right? And call Dylan and say, Dylan, I know we weren't on your original list, but can I entice you with the LA area? You know, and things like that. So, Neil, the biggest thing about this is this has always been almost like the gentleman's thing, that you don't see these offer sheets thrown around very often, okay? Now what the intriguing thing is, well, what's to keep somebody from saying we're going to do that to Connor Bedard? What's to keep somebody from saying that they're going to do this in mass now, and this becomes a regular part of the rotation? So that's what's intriguing. But I'm going to say it again. I don't see a resolution to the Dylan Larkin thing anytime soon. I really don't. At least I've been consistent about it. I think he's going to wait, and I think you've seen his stock go like this because of it. Steve hasn't done a good job as general manager of the Detroit Red Wings. He's playing this smart.
And it's funny, Sean, because we get this, it seems like, about every 3 days on average. It took a little break, for 4th of July, so the people could go see Young Washington. For all the people that were watching Larkin as the Larkin turns and all that stuff. No, but seriously though, Sean, like, it just keeps popping up and keeps popping up. You get the sense, because I know I do, sometimes you have time. Sometimes I have time.
Every now and again.
Yeah, and I will peruse and see. In this, here I'm trying to think of a way to phrase this question to you, Sean. The fans here in Detroit, every minute that this continues to go on, because of our nature as fans, right? Like, we want everything to happen right now.
Sure.
We, the fan base, are going to grow collectively more impatient. Grow more angry every day that passes on in this. And I think we need, Sean, and you've done a good job of the public service announcements. You know, that commercial that TV stations are required to air every so often.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Sean Belesian. Remember, Steve Yzerman is going to move on Steve's time, not your time, not Dylan Larkin's time. And then it's the end, and then there's some .org website.
I squint a few times just to make it more.
And then a .org website address pops up on the screen. But Sean, I think that you're going to see the angst build as this goes on in this.
Oh yeah, and well, I mean, listen. For selfish reasons, I kind of hope this carries on, because some of the trade offers that people are throwing out there, the who says no stuff, is absolute comedy. So please continue that beyond a shadow of a doubt. I mean, some of the things that you're expecting to get back for that, but there is validity to it. I think his stock has continued to rise because, Neil, it's musical chairs. All right, when the music stops, you don't want to be the team that is left with that gaping hole, because it is an arms race right now, in particular in our division. I was watching something last night where they were talking about this entire division, this Atlantic division, which we've talked about this is the best division in hockey. Don't fool yourself. It just is, okay? Everybody's going like this except for Ottawa and Detroit. Everybody. And if everybody is going like this, what does this say about the two teams that are there?
That you're
it kind of tells me that they're going to go down even more so. So that's what's so intriguing about this right now. And even last night, the Giroux's going to stay with Ottawa. No, why? Why would you do that, right? You have an opportunity to go to Philly, a young and up-and-coming team. I don't think they're quite there yet, but that's what makes this intriguing. So if you're one of the teams that maybe hasn't been active, are you going to get on the phone and go, Steve, look, we have a need right now, and we feel that Dylan could fill our need. Well, we have a lot of needs. What are you prepared to do? So in that regard, it's the logical progression of events the way that Steve Yzerman is playing it.
Woodward Sports chat thread, Icewater Olson. I haven't noticed you in the chat, Icewater Olson, but appreciate you getting your thoughts out there. I feel like I'm becoming more and more bitter with Yzerman every day. I'm just going to start calling him Y-Man because I don't want to hate an all-time great like this. And, Sean, I think that's a brewing sentiment, I think, with a lot of the Red Wings fans around town. But also, too, from Jordan Leinhart here in the chat, can't wait for the quitter chance to bust out when Larkin is still on the team until the deadline. Who do you think? Because, look, this is America. There's only two sides. And you got to choose which side you're on, and you got to defend it till you die. You can't look at nuance. You can't look at new information. None of it. You got to whatever side you pick, that's the side you're on. Yeah. So I ask you the question, Sean, right now. Handicap this race.
You know me. I said day one, this is not going to happen overnight. I don't think it'll make it to the trade deadline, though. Do you remember? I mean, people killed me. You can go back and look at the tweets. In particular, I know people on the show, not so much. You guys were pretty cool about it. But people you cannot bring your captain back opening night. Yes, you can. Yeah, he may not wear the C.
He won't be captain
He might not wear the C, but no, wait, this town will... You guys, that's Steve Yzerman's MO. It's not the same. Really? Tell Steve that. Trying to maximize an asset? And people like Neil, you can search it right now. People killed me for it. I said, okay, I'm just telling you that's what he's done before. There's a precedent there, okay? And I don't know, I kind of said exactly what he was going to say. I'll try to move the guy, but at the end of the day,
Sean,
I'm going to do in the best interest of the hockey club. Come on, that's exactly what he said. And and you know what? Steve's right. It's not. I think what made Steve Yzerman so good in Tampa was not being afraid to make the big move. Okay, and he made some pretty big moves there. I don't know what happened to that guy. Maybe it's because he doesn't have the same assets here, in fairness. And his job was made a lot easier when you start out a rebuild and you already have a not ready for primetime Hedman and a not ready for primetime Stamkos. Your job is a lot easier. But I don't know what happened to that fearless Steve Yzerman, because I almost said, I'm not going to say it. The moves that he's made. All right, I will say it.
Oh,
he's been a pussy. He has been.
Wow.
He's been a pussy. The trade deadline stuff that he's done, it's not Steve's MO. And again, in fairness to him, maybe it's because he doesn't have the assets in which he can operate from. But you guys, look at the trade deadlines. Just look at those trade deadline moves the last few years, okay? Now Falk was a little more daring, but hey guys, we brought Peter Mrazek back. Cool. I mean, honestly, look at the trade deadline moves when you're looking to make a splash, okay? He's been very hesitant about things. And that's and again, you guys take that in its context. It's about the building of this team, not the nature of the man or anything. he's been incredibly hesitant, and I can't figure it out because it's not been his MO. That's not been his MO. Again, though, comparing what he had in Tampa, what he had in Detroit, I figured this deep into the thing he would be more aggressive, and he just hasn't been aggressive.
This would probably make a great chat poll. Who's going to wear it more from the fans, Yzerman or Larkin?
Oh, come on. That's easy.
See, I don't think it is easy.
I'll still say Larkin, but I agree with your overall premise. I agree with your overall. I don't think it's as easy as people think.
Yeah.
I don't. I'll still say Larkin because of the Q factor, the quit factor. But I think that's a more...
You don't think
that's a more interesting question than I think people want to admit.
You don't think more people are mad at Yzerman just based on where the team is and how long it's taken?
Yeah. I think they should be.
See,
because Larkin's going to leave and the team's going to be in the same state.
Yeah, I think they should be. Yeah.
But for me, and I think you guys know my stance on it. Like, when you tap out, dude,
I hear you.
There's no coming back from that. None whatsoever. There's no coming back.
I just think certain circumstances,
But
it can cause that.
This plays into my thing about the U.S. men's national soccer team. It's like literally the same thing. When Pulisic stands up there and talks about what a great journey it's been and stuff like that, it's soft.
Yeah.
That's soft.
No, I hear you.
Like, where is a leader? Where is a leader to say, we are doing this tonight? Tonight we are doing this. And you're either with me or you're in the way. One of the two.
I hear you.
And if you're in the way, then get out of the way.
But he doesn't seem to be that guy. And
exactly.
Stevie put him in that position, though.
Right.
It's the truth.
No, 100%.
Yeah. I'm not saying he's absolved of blame by any means, but Stevie did put him in that position.
There's more validity to KG. Listen, you signed a guy to an $8.7 million contract thinking that would age well, and it hasn't.
Yeah.
It just hasn't, especially when you play the comparative game, okay? If I look in the division and I say, wait a second, you're paying Dylan $8.7 a year, and you're paying a guy in Nick Suzuki $1 million less a year over the course of term, that doesn't look good, comparatively speaking. And this goes back to, remember a few weeks ago, all the people that got, you guys are nuts. He's one of the best defensive forwards in the league. Well, okay, by your standard, but see, there are awards. I don't know if you know this. There are awards, and one of the awards is called the Selke Trophy. And the Selke Trophy is given to the best defensive forward in the National Hockey League, right? And when a guy doesn't get any votes for many, many years and finishes well down the list this past particular year, the people who vote for this award feel differently than you, right? And so that's the stuff, Neil, that I think there's more validity there, but I still think because of the Q factor, because of the quit factor, and you're right, there's no coming back from that. I still think that Dylan he'll get the majority of the angst.
All right, right now, as promised, we are joined by Danny Dicchio. He is the head coach of Detroit City FC. They're sitting third in the Eastern Conference standings. They still have not lost at home in league play all season long. But, Danny, as always, man, we appreciate your time. Appreciate you being flexible as well, my friend. Huge win on the road at Birmingham. Certainly also with the way that win came about, a late winner for Ben Morris. And Danny, let's talk like this, man. I have grown to really like Ben Morris, his story coming over multiple ACL injuries. And when Ben Morris has moments of glory, Danny, I'm sure that it's not just me. I'm sure a lot of that locker room digs it too.
Yeah, it was a welcome, goal for us. Neil, because as you mentioned, Ben's been through a lot. He's had 3 ACLs now, so he did that injury last year in a training session, a shooting session with me, so I felt a little bit of guilt as well. But he's a player that is so disciplined in the sense of he knows he's been through that injury before. He knows what it takes in getting back to full fitness. It's taken him a little bit more time to get his sharpness back, but there was a massive confidence booster for him, but also for the team as well. We as a team, we need Ben Morris to be scoring goals. So to have him on the board now, his first goal since coming back from injury, hopefully it puts us in good stead for the rest of the season. But a fantastic road win in a difficult place in Alabama. I mean, it was hot up in here, Detroit, last week, but last week in Alabama, that humidity is a little bit more heavier. So to get that last-minute goal on the road puts us back up there in the mix with, Tampa and Charleston, who are really going out in front, but it keeps us in the hunt with those two.
Danny, I'm curious about this because for those that have asked before, like the USL season, I essentially break it down to everybody. This basically goes from St. Patrick's Day to Halloween. Like, for real. Like, that, it goes on. It's a super long season. There's a ton of travel, all that stuff. Even, all your experience in soccer, Danny, and I've been calling the matches for a very, very long time, it amazes me how throughout that huge stretch of games, throughout that huge amount of time, one 3-match run of form can have such an impact. You have a quick start, you can fall back. You have 3 matches where you get 2 wins and a draw, and then boom, you're right back in the mix. And as you look at the Eastern Conference right now, with where Detroit City FC sitting right there, they have a match in hand against the guys that are up at the top of the table. All it takes, Danny, is one 3-match run, and you can alter the entire standing of everything.
Yeah, you're right, Neil. It's a very strange league in that sense, but there's multiple factors that can really affect you as well. Injuries. We've had big injuries this year. Michael Bryant's been out for most of the year with a preseason injury. Ben Morris has been, slowly getting himself back into the mix. Rafa Metzingen, who's come into the team, ACL injury. So it's those type of things as well. It's your schedule, being on the road for certain games in certain months. Being in Florida in August, which is not very nice. Being in Alabama in July is not very nice. So it's a real test of the team and its character and personnel. And that's why in the off season, even now, we're already starting to, identify players for next year in the recruitment process that will help us continue to be successful and continue to understand that it's a long season. It's not just playing in early months of the season where it's pretty difficult to play in Detroit for opposing teams, and we thrive upon that. We use that to our advantage, but it's being strong in the summer months because it's a summer league now. So if you can't play in that deep summer months where it's really hot, the travel's pretty difficult, that's where you really find out the personality of your team and the character of your team. And we've been pretty good so far, so we need to carry on with that.
Danny Dicchio, as always, joining us here on Big D Energy. Detroit City FC, third in the Eastern Conference. They'll be back at Keyworth on Saturday, July 18th, 7 p.m. That'll be a Rouge out, by the way. Sean, if you can figure it out and make it work in the schedule, that'd be a good one to pull up on. I'm just
absolutely. My wife wants to go. I mean, that's the beautiful thing about it. And, I wanted to ask, Danny, Group A seems to be the tough part of the USL. Is that a fair statement? I know you don't want to be disrespectful, but for people out there that don't know, there's like A, which is kind of the East, and B, which is the West. You guys are smack dab in the middle of what seems to be a tough side, this Group A. Yeah,
and you know what as well, Sean, it factors into what teams have spent in the off season as well.
Yeah.
And Tampa went out. They had a really bad season last year, didn't make the playoffs. And Tampa are a renowned, big hitter in this league. So they went out and spent a lot of money in the off season, recruited a lot of good players, spent a lot of good money, and it's shown they're at the top of the league. But we went out, the club supported me in really building this roster this year to try and compete with the Louisvilles and the Charlestons. And again, I don't think it's always the amount of money that you spend, but it's the personality and characters that fit your team and your identity. And I think we've done that this year. But we're only halfway through the season, Sean, and there's still a long way to go. We've still got to go out to Tulsa and Sacramento on the West Coast, which are going to be really tough games for us. But we also host, I think we've got 9 home games left to play. Neil can probably confirm that, where we've got to make that home field advantage count, and we've done that so far this season, so we've got to continue with that, and hopefully that puts us up there in a home playoff spot towards the end of the year, which we want. That's what we're game for. That's a big objective for us.
All right, we have an Ask Danny that came in the chat. Then we're also going to get your take on the World Cup, Danny, before we let you go. Soccer Night in Detroit in the Super Chat. Ask Danny, the impact Haruki has had on this back line has been tremendous. How important is he to this lineup? He's become a really valuable piece. His development's been impressive.
Yeah, I mean, he's a player that we kind of identified and recruited from the lower leagues. An international, so we have 7 international spots that we can use, so it was a bit of a risk using an international spot on a young player, but he took his time in coming in, he took his time in adjusting. He was always a very technical player, very disciplined player, as you expect from a Japanese player, but he's really coming to his own this year, not only in his attacking play where he scored a couple of goals, big goals for us, but in his defensive 1v1 duels. And even though he's a small player, Neil, you've seen him live on match days, he's a real tough competitor and he doesn't get beat easily. He's probably got one of the best stats, I think, in the league in his 1v1 duels and not getting beat. So he's just a great character to work with, always got a smile on his face, always coachable as well. And we're really, really happy with Haruki this year. And I think he's going to be up there come end of the season with the Team of the Year awards. He'll be in that selection.
Danny, I know you want to take a little victory laugh. Your side, England, has had arguably 2 of the most entertaining games.
Look at the smile on his face.
You know what? I love him a song.
Because I was going to text him about coming on the show, and I'm like, well, he can't do the England matches. I'm not going to bother the guy.
Well, there's trust me, I got another softball for him as well. Harry Kane going all Darren Smith the last couple games as well, Danny. I mean, really, 2 of the most entertaining. The Congo game was unbelievable. I was thinking about you watching that game against Mexico the other night because you must have been pulling out whatever hair is left on top of your head because that was madness to watch that game. But what a really fun watch that was.
Yeah, I think if you asked my wife that, Sean, she wouldn't say the same thing because I was throwing all kinds of stuff at the TV. She was like, I've never seen you get so worked up during a game before. But I think that's what the World Cup's about, and you got to give a lot of credit to Mexico. They played a fantastic game. I think there was some, dubious referee calls again, but England showed a lot of character. There was not a lot of good press going into that game. There was worries about the altitude, worries about the Azteca and Mexico's home form there. So for England to go in and take that 2-0 lead, and I thought, could you just get to halftime and really that would be a massive bonus for the England team to get in. But then they concede before halftime, the sending off, and it was a whole roller coaster of emotions for that game, not only for, I think, the players and the staff involved, but all for us fans. And another interesting fact, Sean, the pubs in England were open till 5 a.m. in the morning that game. So wow. The pubs must have done an unbelievable record of selling pints that day. But there was a lot of people turning up for work the next day a little bit groggy. I assure you of that.
Danny Dicchio, our guest. Time for one more here, Danny. We'll let you go and get on your way, and appreciate the time as always, my friend. There was a couple more Ask Danny's, and I'll kind of sum it up here. The moment that happened to USA yesterday and giving up that third goal, which effectively kind of, closed down the club and closed down the World Cup. As a coach, what do you do in a moment like that? I'm not asking you to coach other people's team. I would never do that to you. But just when you have a moment like that where the stage is so big and there's so many eyes, and the reason I ask you this, Danny, how you handle that as a coach, I feel as though there's kind of some comparisons like with Detroit City FC, right? Where you have this emerging side and you have this incredible fan support, and the name brand that DCFC has kind of carved out in worldwide soccer. I've always felt this as a fan of the club and as obviously somebody that works for the club. You almost have to come through in every single moment, right? To continue the growth, to continue everything that's going on. So I ask you, Danny, is for USA last night, just kind of your thoughts on when there's an incredible moment, I don't want to call it a meltdown, but it was kind of a meltdown, where something like that happens. What do you do as a coach in those moments, Danny? Where can you go? What can you say?
I think you have to stand big, Neil. You have to take a little bit of responsibility as a coach, but you have to, I think, protect your team. You have to support your team because the US team are going to come under a lot of criticism as it is, but I think what they've done for the country and the World Cup, in a sense, is rejuvenate the game of soccer in this country. There was people that had no idea about soccer, had no idea that there was a World Cup going on in the country, and they've all kind of jumped on the bandwagon of supporting the US, and that's massive for the game here. So the players, I thought, had a really good World Cup. I thought, they really played well in the early group stages. I was a little bit disappointed last night that the team were a little bit kind of passive, and we didn't see that aggressiveness that we saw in the early games against Paraguay. But that's football for you. You can't continue to play like that every game, and I think that's where coaches look at their preparation, look at their tactical, the strategic plan. Was that correct? And then it's down to the players when they go on the field. Can they really play under that pressure and that microscope of being the Team USA and trying to go out in front of, I think it was 70, 80,000 fans in Seattle under a huge amount of pressure, playing against a very good Belgium team who hadn't played very well in the World Cup up until last night. But these are high caliber players that they're playing against. And I would use it as, again, a learning experience for this US team who are still pretty young. There's a couple of old guys in the team, but there's a very good young core in this group. And protect this team because they've done ever so well. And they're going to win more games. They're going to be in more tournaments, and hopefully by protecting them and going back to the drawing board and seeing what worked and what didn't work, they'll be successful, even more successful in the future.
All right, Danny, as always, my friend, we appreciate the time, and we'll talk to you again next week.
Thanks, guys.
There he is, Danny Dichio, everybody, head coach of Detroit
Can I say
City
one
FC.
thing?
Yes.
If that dude, I hope he's here for a long time, okay? Yeah. That dude's got a future in the media, and he doesn't even know it yet.
Yeah.
Seriously. Just listen to him.
You ask him a question, he answers.
Right, and like the
really weird.
Well, though.
Yeah.
He answers it well.
But
There's
the education that he spews, he's got. You could hear him being a pundit. To use a term.
Yeah.
You could hear him being a pundit. I mean, really, just when's the Rouge out? Tell me when the Rouge out is.
July 18th. Indy 11's in town. There'll be a good road crowd too. It'll be a nice charged environment. So let me know, Sean. Let me know.
Yeah, I'm gonna go home and check on that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? You know how the boss is.
Right. Yeah.
All right.
Got to check in with the warden.
So the other side of this.
I'm thinking of Samuel L. KG.
Right.
You go. Shout out to Joey.
Okay. All right. You know what?
After you
that's
see the
on
George
you
Washington
guys.
movie.
You gonna let him in the big house?
That's on
Your
you guys.
daddy be rolling in his grave.
Lion stuff when we come back. Terry and Arnold stuff. Because
man, it's a damn shame he won't.
Lion stuff when we come back. Terry and Arnold stuff. Because if something happens here, I'm gonna be upset.
Oh, okay.
For real.
Neil is angry today, boy.
Well, hey,
spicy Neil.
I'm going away for the week, so as KG would say, get your shit off.
You fucking right, get it off.
All right,
man.
where are we going, JB Smooth?
Let's hear from Mortgage Pros and then Pure Psychiatry.
All right, looking for a career upgrade, everybody? Huh? You want a new job? You like working, don't you? Check out Mortgage Pros, the #1 mortgage broker to work for in the state of Michigan. We saw their company culture firsthand at the annual block party. Their team truly loves what they do, and it shows. 4.9 star rating on Google with over 4,000 reviews. The reputation speaks for itself. If you're looking for a new job, give Mortgage Pros in Troy a call, 248-416-1361. Mortgage Pros, let the pros handle it.
And, we talk about sports every day. Wins, losses, pressure, expectations. Real life is not always so easy. At Woodward Sports, we want you to know you are never alone, and neither is your mental health journey. At Pure Psychiatry, they provide personalized psychiatric care. It's not that cookie-cutter thing. They're going to find out what works for you specifically. 16 locations in Michigan, 2 in Ohio. They make getting help accessible and comfortable. If you've been thinking about taking that first step, by all means, do it. We've all been there before. Sometimes you just need somebody to talk to. Visit PurePsychMI.com. There it is on your screen, PurePsychMI.com.
Thank you to all the fans for making Woodward Sports your #1 online destination for Detroit sports. We promise not to drop the ball.
Drive Energy pouches give me the energy and clarity to find and beat the shit out of every opportunity that shows its face.
Live and direct, I'm back on set action. Create the wave, we can it, ball splash 'em. Light court swing.
who want to win, not for the crybabies out there who are happy with a participation award. There's zero sugar, so give Thrive a try.
The next generation of Detroit sports media is here. Crunch Time is back on Woodward Sports. Join Jeff Iafrate and Booner Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Taking Detroit sports coverage to the next level with massive interviews, viral moments, and the best live reactions. Get ready, Detroit. The young guns are taking over. Crunch Time on Woodward Sports.
Hey, listen, sometimes in the morning you need that boost of energy, and that is what Thrive is going to give you. To all the dippers out there, upgrade your game with Thrive Energy Pouches. It's tobacco-free, nicotine-free, packs 300 milligrams of clean, smart caffeine. You're not going to get the jitters. You're not going to get the sugar crash, and you get zero bloating. It can be found online at dipstop.com. That's where I recommend you go. Go to dipstop.com. Why? You could pick it out yourself, and boom, mention promo code WSN, get 15% off the top, just like that. You can get it at all Market Fresh and Market Square locations. Thrive, clean energy, zero distractions. This stuff effing works.
All right, back at it. Neil Rule, Sean Belige, and JB Smooth, KG, Young Joey, Generational Alex, WNBA Minute coming up in just a little bit. Rest in Peace Tuesday as well coming up in just a couple of minutes. Mike G, Danny Dicchio, greater than Scott Harris. So Danny Dicchio, but beginning his ascent in Detroit sports culture.
I would say so.
Big fan. I mean that. Big fan.
When he talks, he's not going to bullshit you and, make you believe certain things that ain't true. So.
Stephen Baffy, he should be a commentator for sure. Get into that Woodward Sports chat. Subscribe to the Woodward Sports YouTube channel. Let me clean up some of these super chats here. Ryan's reaction about the Dylan Larkin stuff. Quote, he has 5 years left on his contract, unquote. Eiserman, I bet Larkin is here after the deadline. Yes.
Which is possible.
He could be. He could be.
He could be here the whole
season. He could be. He could. I just one man's opinion, and I think I've been right so far. He's gone by deadline.
Yeah.
Those are the best offers you're going to get at deadline. Legitimately, those are the best offers you're going to get. I'm convinced that that's the way it is.
Dante 151 might as well just come out and say the thing that some people are not willing to say, and that is the Red Wings are ass and Stevie Y is stuck in 2010.
I don't think that anybody's really arguing that too much, right? I think even the most they are in that hamster on a wheel. There's no hope in the immediate future.
Yeah.
You're going to throw a bunch of prospect names at guys and things like that, guys that aren't going to be ready for 2-3 years. And that's why I look at Neil's way. I can't blame somebody like Neil that says, okay, great. When I go, hey, MBN looked really good overseas and looked really good in the AHL.
Yes.
How do I
don't care.
How do I get mad?
Don't care. Yeah.
How do I get mad?
I don't care.
I think people have. Do you know what the problem is?
What?
And maybe this needs to happen on Thursday because that's confession day. People don't want to confess that one of our beloved heroes in this town, arguably one of the greats ever in the history of Detroit sports, has done such a poor job as general manager of the Red Wings.
Yeah.
That's where it's at.
And I get labeled as being a slap for Steve Yzerman because I still do believe in him. However,
you
Sean,
started to shift a little bit.
we are at the point of the program where you have to do something uncomfortable. Yep. And I'll do one stop. I'll get one exit off before I get to Hail Maryville. You know what where you got to throw up the GM Hail Mary.
Yeah.
Like I'm one exit short of that, but I'm in Hail Marysville proper. I guess you could say
it's past
corporation limit.
It's past due, and I think in the process, and you and I talked about it when I would fill in for DMAC. Hey, in the process, what you've done is think of all the cute prospects that had cute names around the National Hockey League whose value has gone like that.
Yeah.
What might have Marco Kasper gotten a year ago? That doesn't mean I'm giving up on him. It's over and over. But what might he have gotten? Because his stock was high. ASP, what might he have gotten? Kosa before. I mean, I know people say, oh, he salvaged that. He got pick 23. Well, you don't take pick 15 5 years later and flip it into pick 23.
Right.
That is not how rebuilds work.
Correct.
Salvaged is a good word. He salvaged Sebastian Kosa. Okay?
He parted it out.
But that's not that's not how rebuilds work.
That car broke down and he parted it out.
And maybe JP Horble will be something 3 years from now.
Right.
Well, that's not how rebuilds work.
It's not helping
you took the 15th pick of the 2021 draft, and maybe you get something out of him in 2029.
Yeah.
Does that sound like a rebuild? Maybe.
Sounds like a long
I don't know. Call me
process to
crazy.
Neil,
yes.
I did want to ask you this because, I mean, I know how much you support Steve Yzerman. What would get you to, like, not believe in him at this point? Because I know you're still hanging on, but.
There has to be some move made in trade, signing, whatever it is. There has to be some move made to help this team now.
I got you. Will the Larkin trade kind of shape your opinion on Stevie and how it's going?
I mean, it has to, right? Like,
Yeah.
this is essentially his Skubal.
Yeah, this is a landmark trade.
You know,
Absolutely.
with Scott Harris. Oh, by the way, someone else in the chat asked earlier about my thoughts on a Skubal parlay, like Tigers to win, Skubal over 8.5 strikeouts. They are uniquely tied to each other today.
Absolutely.
I do, if you can get a good number on it, I do like moves that are uniquely tied to each other. Like if you don't just want to take the Tigers and you don't just want to take Skubal strikeouts, you merge the two, you get a better price.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't hate it. If you're going to take the Tigers anyway, I would think 8.5 strikeouts would have a decent number.
And this is a huge night. Let's be honest. The Tigers could get to under 10 under.
They could get to 9 games under 500.
Oh,
It's a
wow.
huge
Hey.
night. It's a huge
Neil,
night.
Yeah.
can you interest us in a Neil get right?
No.
Okay. Then you're not confident in it.
Why
would
I be confident in it?
Well, that's what you should do with your get rights.
I mean, I'm more confident that a Young Washington movie
all right,
would do
come
well
on,
in the box
come on,
office
come on.
than I am with the Tigers. Get it?
Especially at this time in America.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's never gonna end.
Woodward Sports Super. That's the way this works.
Yeah.
Joey. Woodward
Gotta
Sports.
take your lumps, man.
Woodward Sports Super Chat. Shad 216. I think the U.S. should never participate in the World Cup again. Just decline the invite. Huh?
Right.
Spark Easy in the Super Chat. This is America, and I pick my side. Day 3. Booner's still a little girl. All right, that's a great.
Damn, all right. Shout out Booner, man. We love Booner. It's up, Neil. I know.
Chris Putnam. I love Booner.
Booner is out on you, so I don't know what the relationship is now. Y'all,
But
just
I'm
golf.
in on him, especially when we play golf.
Yeah, I know.
Namely into his wallet, like that. So I'm in on that. He said that will still continue. The golf stuff will still continue. Chris Putnam in the super chat. Stevie Malaise, man, that's pretty funny. Stevie Malaise may be playing this right. Let Larkin have his usual Connor McDavid October through December, where he gets his even strength goals. Illich equals Norris. So there's that one out there as well.
He is playing this right. It's the only way to play it. It is.
Yeah.
And nobody wants to hear it. You didn't want to hear it a month ago. This is the only way to play it.
Yeah,
It
so
is.
so that's where it was. Duncan Stewart, Neil Skubal is ruined. His arm.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it appears to be fine.
Yeah, right. By all indications.
Did something happen? JB, check the wire. Did something happen?
As far as I know, nothing.
Okay.
Yes. Ed in the chat. Neil, what free agent was Yzerman supposed to bring in the last 5 years? Detroit is not a landing place for free agents at this time. Then you have to pay the bad team tax.
Yep.
And you can't miss.
You
can't miss.
Do you know when? Do you know when I'll know? Is when you stop hearing things like that. That's when I'll know. okay? Because do you know what my response to you is going to be? How have those drafts worked out? How have all those prospects that we've been hearing about, and the great, giant, wonderful rankings, and their system is the fourth best system, how has all of that worked out? The stuff that we've heard ad nauseum now for 5 years. And here's an extra bonus homework assignment. Compare and contrast that to what a couple teams in their own division have been doing, okay? A couple teams in there. There's one team in particular that went to a Stanley Cup final, went below the Red Wings, and went back to the Eastern Conference Finals in the same time that the Detroit Red Wings sat like that. It's inexcusable. It is. And I think the sooner you get to that, the sooner you'll feel better about your life. Like, honestly. I mean, people, the excuse making is unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
There was one other message, and I forget who it was earlier, and I meant to bring it up, but we got busy doing something else, and I lost it. But you'll remember
George Washington.
if you're the person. No, it wasn't about young George Washington, and what a terrible idea it is to make a movie. But no, it was something along the line of they compared Larkin to Skubal to Jalen Duren and said that they all wanted out. That's inaccurate, and I'm not having that shit. Yeah. Skubal never said, get me out of here.
Never.
He did say, give me a market value offer.
Right.
And they have given you none of that. And they never have. As a matter of fact, the offers that they have given have been laughable on the Tigers' end.
Correct.
So that is not Skubal. And Jalen Duren never said, get me out of here. Jalen Duren went into the market. Like I would do. Like you would do. Like anybody else would do.
This is where I'm going to get Steve Yzerman's back.
Yeah.
He gave Dylan Larkin a better than market value. He gave Dylan Larkin 1C money. And I don't ever want to hear that argument again. Yeah. I don't. I'm so exhausted by that argument. I don't know how any living, breathing organism could say that on this day. I really, truly don't. Steve Yzerman gave him better than market value. Yeah. And it was an investment as well. And Dylan Larkin did not become a 1C. He didn't. Please don't bring it up. You don't have a leg to stand on if you bring that argument up. You know it. I know it. We'll all move on about our day. Okay? It's okay. And I know you hate Larkin. No, I really like Dylan Larkin. He's a really good player. What you're asking me to do is call him something that he is not. And I don't do that. I do not do that. He's a really good player. He's a 2C.
And Neil, is it safe to say that the longer that this Duren stuff goes, that maybe I am starting to think that maybe he wants out? Like the longer that this goes, because your market done dried up, big dog. Like you would sign the contract already if you want.
I know, but the Kings snapped their fingers. And boom! Now they're able to sign. Now they're able to sign an RFA.
They got money now.
You still haven't heard anything since that day.
But it's the only card he has to play right now, right? For the most part.
Yeah.
Like the Sacramento Kings are the only card he has to play because guys, like again, I keep going back to this, man, and I know like whatever amount Duren signs for, right? Somebody's gonna run and say, "See, I was right." Like no. It's literally market based.
Yeah,
it doesn't look at what Austin Reeves got.
Yeah,
like when there are suitors, you end up getting paid more. That's the way any economic transaction works, man. And Duren's playing the game, and I would too. Like 100%, I would too. If another entity came to me and said, "Hey, we want to give you this amount of money," then you got to say, "Hey, this is what's out there on the table, guys. What do you think?
No, I get that.
Can we get in that ballpark or no?" Like. No? Okay.
I do think it's starting to venture into those waters, though. We'll see what happens with the Kings situation, but the longer that this goes, I'm starting to think the other way. I am.
Yeah. DNC ENT, no, Duren's about to play on the QO and be a UFA next summer.
That would really indicate to me you don't want to
DNC
be here.
ENT,
you play on the QO twice?
If I were Duren, I'm not playing on the QO.
Okay,
I'm not.
Say no way.
Because I'll sign whatever deal I have to sign. I'll make it shorter term or whatever. Because even with a maximum length restricted free agent offer, it's still 4 years. He's still a free agent when he's 26.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like that's how I would be approaching this if I were Duren. And that's what I think he's trying to do. Like squeeze every dollar he can right now and then go be a free agent when he's 26.
Yeah.
Like that would be my play.
Be smart.
I'm betting on myself, but I'm getting 100, 120, 130 million dollars to bet on myself.
Right.
I'm betting someone else's money.
And I have guaranteed money now instead of, hey, this could all crumble if I get injured.
I can't, especially.
I'd be shocked. But that, once again, if he does that, that shows me he don't want to be here. Like, flat out. Like, because why would
if he doesn't play in a qualifying offer?
No, if he does play on the qualifying offer, that means he doesn't want to be here.
Now that, you'd have to ask that question then at that time. You would. I want to do the Terrion Arnold thing. Let's take the break, come back to the Terrion Arnold thing. We have Rest in Peace. We have the WNBA Minute. That's how it's going to rock. You good with that?
I really enjoy Alex. I do.
I can't wait to get updated on what's going on in the WNBA.
Can we give him like a World Cup overrated, underrated segment too? Just one, like 15 seconds. Can we?
You can do it in 5 seconds, can't you?
Yes. Mbappe, overrated. There. We're done. That was good. Thank you, Alex.
Overrated.
Where are we going?
Let's hear from All Day IPA.
Let's hear from All Day IPA, as a matter of fact. 15 years in the game from Founders Brewing. It defined the session IPA category. 4.7% ABV. It's built to go the distance the entire game. Get $5 shorts of All Day IPA at any Art & Jake's location on Mondays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Guys, it's got the citrusy, crisp, refreshing, balanced taste. Been around 15 years, and it's still a legend, man. All Day IPA from Founders.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man-meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Some days call for light, others lean bold. What about everything in between? All Day IPA, the easy choice for every day. Citrusy, crisp, refreshing. Flavor you can float with. Light on the hops, big on refreshment. One's great. 2, even better. Brewed with you in mind. No shortcuts, no fuss. Big on flavor, never too much. All Day IPA. Hop into easy.
Dan Campbell is in redemption mode.
No, make no mistake. It's not revenge he's after. It's a reckoning.
And Woodward Sports is here to cheer on the Detroit Lions every snap. Don't miss a moment of Detroit Lions coverage. Follow Woodward Sports on all social media platforms now.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
We aren't quite sure if they consume more beer or sports. Either way, the heavyweights are here. Live on Woodward Sports, daily 5 to 7 p.m.
Happy birthday, buddies. Look at it.
Still looks great, doesn't he? Even after all these years.
Look at that. You don't look a day over 80.
Yeah.
The original Detroit-style pizza, still getting it going. Often imitated, never duplicated. Make sure you follow all the social channels. Join the rewards program. They get great deals going on. The catering deal is elite, right? Fan favorites, including, look at it, that award-winning pizza, salads, pastas, so much more. How about this deal? Save 20% on your next catering order of $200 or more simply by using promo code Woodward20. 20% off just like that. Make sure you check out buddiespizza.com/catering to view their complete menu. Place your order today. Now just look at that. That's Buddies.
All right, everybody, back at it. Real quick, some breaking NBA news. Donovan Mitchell signed a new extension with the Cavs. 4 years, $273 million extension for Donovan Mitchell. So,
shout out Spider.
So he got his money, so he's there for the long haul. The estimates, he will He will be a $61 million cap hit in 27-28, $66 million cap hit in 28-29, $70.6 million cap hit in 29 and 30, and a $75.5 million player option in 2030-31 at age 34.
Did they give him a no trade clause? They said something about a trade kicker or something like that.
When you get traded, it's in the labor agreement. You get a kicker on top of your contract. So I forget the exact 15%, maybe 5%, something like that. I forget what the exact number is.
Yeah, I know.
NBA's got to clean up their financial stuff.
It's
dude.
complicated. Bro.
Like the NFL is as far as you can push it.
Yeah.
Because the NFL, like their financial terminology and everything like that, their structure. Once you understand it, you're like, damn, why didn't I understand that earlier?
Yeah.
But the NBA stuff, even I don't get it all. Like it's a lot of it is crazy.
A lot of moving parts.
Yeah. There is a lot of moving parts. All right, Sean, real quick. Terry and Arnold is reportedly going to be in talks with up to 3 teams. I forget the exact number or whatever it is. And look, Sean, I actually got some heat for this when we talked about it before. Remember when I talked about how if he is, ruled innocent or whatever, then you jump into practice right away. Or if what happened with the judge and the judge says you can do football-related activities, then you jump into practice right away, especially for a team that is bereft of cornerbacks. Sean, look, I like Brad Holmes. I like the Lions regime a lot. I do think that they will win a Super Bowl here by the time it is all said and done. I honestly believe that in my heart. This TA move and the releasing of him, it made me scratch my head when it happened. And the longer this goes and the more you hear, Sean, if he wiggles his way out of this and he goes right back to the NFL, I'll be a little upset, man. I will. I'm not going to lie to you.
You know what I have to ask myself? I have to ask myself if there's something deeper going on here. Maybe there's a culture issue. I don't know. I don't know. And do you know why I come to that conclusion? Because of exactly what you just said. Maybe there are things that are going on that we're not aware of. Okay? Maybe there are some flags. And now, am I speculating? Absolutely, I'm speculating. But to your point, Neil, it doesn't make sense at face value, right? If this guy gets off, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I said it day one, watching that thing, and it might be that his lawyer was putting on a show.
Yeah.
Boy, it sure looked flimsy to me.
Yeah.
It sure looked flimsy to me. And I wasn't saying that as a Lion fan, and he's guilty, or he's not guilty because I'm a Lions fan. It looked flimsy to me. Maybe there's something bigger going on. I don't know, because at face value, Neil, I tend to agree with you. It don't make sense.
I don't know.
It don't make sense.
It seemed like typical Lions to me, because they don't like headaches like this. They don't like this type of media attention. They waited to see how the pre-trial was going to play out, but I think their minds were already made up. We're going to cut them. We're going to save our losses, and we're going to move.
And you're probably right, KG. And I've always talked about this. And when I talk to my kids about sports sometimes, my older kids, and because we got into a conversation about this, and I think what the Lions decided, and it always comes back to this in the NFL, it always comes back to, is your production worth more than the headache?
And it's not.
And in this case, it's not. And now, for me, I think there's a bit of a premium on it, because I've always said we have fought the wrong battles about Terry and Arnold for a long time. We have. Is he one of the game's great cornerbacks? No. No, he's not. And he's never going to be, right? One of the game's great cornerbacks. However, there seems to be a floor for him. And that floor is right around that cornerback too, right? Second cornerback.
Yeah.
That seems to be a floor. Did you see enough out of him to think that?
I thought we talked about it for 2 years. I thought people were too hard on the guy.
Yeah.
I did. I did as well. With all of that being said, I've always maintained this. On that draft that night, if the NFL said, okay, Terry Arnold's floor is a second cornerback in this league, he would have gotten drafted in the 20s immediately.
Yep.
Immediately.
Yep.
And so through all of that, I guess that has to be how I have to look at this. The way the Lions thought about it, is he, the player, worth this aggravation? And there are guys in this league that are.
Yeah.
There are. Like, they're just our guys. We've seen it happen time after time after time after time. They feel as though he's not. I feel as though because of our situation, he is. But I'm not in charge.
Yeah.
They are. And they made their move. And I question it. That's all.
I feel you. Why would you be upset, though, considering TA's production to this point? Albeit he's only been in the league, 2 or 3 years. First round pick from a couple years ago. But why would you be necessarily upset if we never got to see the full potential of what he can be?
Because I saw again, going back to it, the floor of what I've seen.
I got you.
He
yeah.
can compete in this league.
No, you can.
He's had moments, and everyone's going to say, "Yeah, 1 interception."
But
Sauce Gardner has 3.
No, for sure. But does Terry and Arnold in any way swing games for the Lions? Like them not having TA will cost them a game or 2 this season. I'm not of that belief.
No,
I was a huge TA supporter.
Yeah.
and known supporter. But yeah.
No, he doesn't swing games he's not. I just got done saying he's not an impact guy that's going to swing a game your way, but I do believe he can be a part of a winning defensive back. I do believe that.
And he's a need right now.
No,
and
he is.
above
right
all
now,
else,
for sure.
he's a need right now.
That is a fact.
And that's what we're dealing. The games start in 2.5 months.
It's crazy. Legitimately, I looked at Neil. You guys, we're just a few weeks away from training camp starting. What, July 26th, I think, off the top of my head?
Less than 3 weeks.
It's in, and then we'll be watching that stupid Hall of Fame game and asking ourselves, why am I watching this game that I've watched every year for the last 50 years of my life? And I'm sitting there going, why am I watching this? But I watch it because, football. And it's crept up on us. And that's why I'll go back to what I confessed on Thursday. Man, I'm scared crapless of what this defense is. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I'm scared crapless right now.
Why do we do that
I
with
don't
the
know.
Hall of Fame game? Why do we do it? I pulled a parachute quicker than most, and I'm proud of that.
But you're in.
But I'm in. No, 100% I'm in. I'm going to
Exactly.
watch the intros. I'm going to watch the theme song.
That's why you do it.
I basically...
It's your first
Shawnee,
taste
your
of
pants
football.
off. You're damn right they are.
It's your first taste of football in months.
Yeah.
Of course.
And I'm going to be there, and I will last about a drink. However long it takes me to drink that bourbon or that beer or whatever. And once it's gone, I'm out.
That's a good measure.
Depending on what the Tigers are doing on that particular night, I might come back in. Because if it's the Chore Tigers, then I'm immediately back.
You get 1 series per team out of me. That's what you get.
That's how I measure it.
Have
Because
you
after
guys
that,
ever
it's
been
all
down-
interviews with Hall of Famers during the fucking plays. I'm good.
Have you guys ever been down there?
No.
I
wanna
went the weekend of when Barry got enshrined.
Yeah.
I went that weekend, but I did not stay for the game.
It's a pretty cool experience. It really, it is. I mean, because it's like you're walking around in the studio, and then I told you, Jerry Jones was 3 feet away from me. You're the best, Jerry. I know. And it was like, hey, look, there's Lawrence Taylor. Oh, I'm convinced he's high as a kite, but there's Lawrence Taylor. I mean, right there. It's a pretty cool experience. I would recommend it to anybody. I really would.
Shad 216. TA's actually swung games before in a positive way too. No question. No question.
Guys were too hard on him.
Yeah.
I thought so too.
How often is it victims of your own expectations? I think people thought that he would come in here. Number one, it always doesn't work for a young player. Okay, I mean, that's the obvious. Number two, he was never going to be that guy.
Right.
Not where
but that may have been what people was mad about.
Yeah.
Because of
I
his
think that's
draft
what it is.
position,
Yeah.
they expected him to be CB1.
Yep.
Especially with the struggles of DJ Reed so far.
See, the CB1 thing. See, that's on us. We were stupid with that. Yeah. CB1s are number 2 overall, number 3 over. You know what? Look at all the greats, man. Where'd they go?
I feel it. Yeah, but
victims of our own expectations more often than not is the culprit. I mean, really.
At the time, I would have said he's going to be a future CB1.
Oh, I think we all did. Yeah, you get caught up in it.
He was a first round. They moved up to get him in the first round. So that leads me to
that's our day in our city. It had all the makings of yay, and it didn't work out.
Woodward Sports chat thread. I'm salty. I was rooting for him, but not anymore. The moral of the story, I say all of this to say this. If he catches on somewhere else and he's productive, I'll be pissed.
No, I feel that. Yeah.
I'll be pissed.
Yep.
Yeah, I will legitimately be pissed.
The most Lion shit ever.
Yeah, because again, I get I do guys I get the culture stuff. I do. But this is still NFL football.
It is, but at the same time, there's only a certain handful of teams that would have taken on that, even with all that going on. Like, most teams probably would have did the same thing the Lions did and just cut him. Because it might not be worth the headache. You don't know when the trial date's going to pop up. Like, he's going to have to deal with this throughout the season. Like, it's a lot of teams
I just don't get, like, what the headache is. The legal stuff's playing out. What do you want? What do you want me to comment on it?
There's still an element of we don't know whether he did this or not, and you're not gonna know until they get into the trial.
Well,
so,
like everybody else in this nation,
and you don't
he's entitled to the legal process.
For sure. But if he was doing this stuff, you don't want to be left holding the bag. Like, oh, we employed this man knowing he did all this horrible shit. Like, so I can't blame him. Like I said, there's only a handful of teams that would have actually tried to stick out with him throughout this headache.
All right, let's take the break. When we come back, it's Rest in Peace Tuesday, brought to you by Art and Jake's. We'll be giving away 2 Tiger tickets to the Phillies game this weekend. And what could be another battle to get single digits within 500.
I can't.
Who knows? Who knows how it's going to play out?
Do you know a 4-2 week this week? A 4-2 week, and we'd be 800. Huh?
Wow.
Going towards the deadline.
Yeah.
You got me, Sean.
Yeah.
Going towards the deadline.
You interested in that?
No, this is crazy. I saw a comment online the other day that said they just have to go 19-9 in their next 9 series. I'm like, what?
Don't worry about
It's possible.
Do you realize what you're asking? But
Believe, KG. Believe.
Hey, man, it is what it is, bro.
All right, where are we going?
Let's do Supreme Lending.
Supreme Lending, everybody. Our guys, Chad and Chris, you guys know they're a part of the Woodward Sports family. A 99% on-time closing rate, 97% customer satisfaction score. Here's the thing, everybody. When you mention Woodward Sports, when you give them a call, you get up to $500 off of your appraisal. So call Chad, call Chris. Their numbers are on the screen. Most importantly, even more than the $500 off the appraisal, they know the programs that are out there. They know what you qualify. When Chad comes on here, talks, he's like, they have this program and that program. I'm like, damn, for real? And he's like, yeah, for real. So, guys, again, Chad and Chris, Supreme Lending, that's our team. They should be yours, too.
A network for the city, by the city. Woodward Sports is Detroit Sports.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
The next generation of Detroit sports media is here. Crunch Time is back on Woodward Sports. Join Jeff Iafrate and Booner Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Taking Detroit sports coverage to the next level with massive interviews, viral moments, and the best live reactions. Get ready, Detroit. The young guns are taking over. Crunch Time on Woodward Sports. Jameer Gibbs, breakout season, loading.
Inside the 5, Gibbs to the end zone, touchdown!
Woodward Sports, the most dominant Detroit sports coverage around.
Some days call for light, others lean bold. What about everything in between? All Day IPA, the easy choice for every day. Citrusy, crisp, refreshing. Flavor you can float with. Light on the hops, big on refreshment. 1's great. 2, even better. Brewed with you in mind. No shortcuts, no fuss. Big on flavor, never too much. All Day IPA. hop into Easy.
All right, back at it. Big D Energy, Neil Rule, Sean Belizean, JB Smooth, KG, Generational Alex. Don't forget WNBA Minute coming up before we get out of here. Young Joey here as well. All of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread. Get into there. Giving away tickets. Put hashtag Art and Jakes. Put your rest in peace. Who you putting in the sports coffin? We will pick the best one. I will tell you guys this right now. The leader in the clubhouse was actually sent in at the beginning of the show, Jordan Lionheart. Rest in peace to the average smooth-brained American that, quote, didn't watch, going back to saying soccer sucks now. That's a good one.
Right.
Without any further ado, who wants to lead it off? We got to do it expeditiously.
All right. Normally it would be JB in the spot we go this way.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
JB,
All right.
if you want to start.
Yeah, I'll start. I know we put basically this in the coffin from last night, and unfortunately I got to bring it up once again, but RIP to the 9-day run that Sami Zayn had.
Damn!
Heavyweight champion. Hey, champions
Why they
are...
do Sammy like that?
I don't know why they did Sammy like this, but once
Why'd
again...
they give him the belt to start?
I don't know.
Okay, thank you.
He low-key deserves it.
You know what? Champions aren't supposed... Some people aren't supposed to be meant to be champions, and he is not meant to be champion. So I'm sorry, Sammy, but your run is over. 9 days was enough. CM Punk, your new heavyweight champion. All right, peace.
As much as I like CM Punk, I just don't understand the decision there because they've been slow teasing, hey, we're going to give Sammy the title by always teasing him. You can never win the big one and all that. You finally got a good enough storyline to kind of carry him out as champion. And then we all kind of knew it was probably going to be up at SummerSlam.
So
but 9 days?
So Sami
9
Zayn,
days is crazy.
Sami Zayn is a men's national soccer team of WWE.
Oh,
then,
my
right?
God.
Stack it up for him a little bit there.
There we go.
I'm not going to go that
we
far.
go.
He's not what he was, but I'm not going to go that far, though.
He had a generational run. Absolutely, Alex.
That's crazy. 9 days is crazy. I'm sorry.
KG, who you putting in the coffin?
Actually, I have no idea, so I'm going to pass. It's been a long morning. I'm going to pass. So.
All right, I'll go then.
All right.
I'll go. You guys already know where this is going, and we kind of did it already.
Yeah.
But rest in peace to USA Soccer.
Yeah.
Oh.
If you didn't do it now, you're never. What are they going to go to Argentina and beat Argentina next World Cup?
Absolutely.
No. The following World Cup, they're going to go to Saudi Arabia and beat Spain on their way to do anything there? No, it's over. You'll never get another look like you had here. You got the red card overturned, all of it. And they got crushed yesterday, dude.
White.
And it's everything that we...
White down.
That literally...
down.
That is literally who took the pitch last night, dude. I don't know what...
Jeez!
Chet Holmgren.
They got Josh from Drake and Josh.
Josh Peck's up there. Josh Peck.
They got Josh in there, though. Hug me, brother.
Chet did look like he was on the back line yesterday.
Yeah, he did. A little bit.
So,
Oh, that's crazy.
that's it. So again, rest in peace, man. Because Sean, it's over. It is literally over. And guess what? It always really was over anyway.
It was.
And
Yeah.
that's the moral
It
of
was.
the story.
And that's kind of gonna lead me into my rest in peace now.
All right,
I figured it
KG,
out.
who you putting in the coffin?
So, somewhat related to this incident, I think we've learned by now. Rest in peace to Big T being involved with sporting events, because every time he touches something, it turns to shit. The only game the Knicks lost in the damn finals just happened to be the game he showed up to. He makes the call for Balogun. It's confirmed he made the call for Balogun, and then we get wiped on a massive scale. Let's just keep Big T away from sports. Can we do that? Can we just keep him with a Jack in the Box or something in the White House and just keep him busy? Come on, man, keep him away from the sports.
We're 10 seconds away from that hitting the chat.
I know. I'm sorry. I know it's controversial. I know some of y'all don't want to hear it, but Big T, let's just keep him away.
Well, Belgium doesn't have an army to fund.
Which you may be right, but let's keep him away from the sports, y'all, please. Enough now.
Dante 151. CM Punk sucks. He has become ass. I can't wait for Kevin Owens to come back and Stone Cold Stunner for his ass. CM Punk is a cancer.
Okay.
Wow.
Well,
man.
I like CM Punk. I don't agree with him getting the title again like this soon, but and I don't know about Kevin Owens' future. Like, just being real, that neck injury seemed pretty bad. He may be like cooked, but we don't know.
I'm just surprised he took 3 weeks off just to get in shape and then come back for this.
I guess, man.
He took 3
We
weeks
got to
off
get
to
that
put on
Alex
muscle.
minute in too. I'm not forgetting about you.
Oh
Alex.
no, we gonna
need
get
that
him in.
WNBA.
Oh shit, I didn't
We
realize we
need
was
the
running so
W-
close to the
yeah.
sun. All right, so you're last.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to pile on like everybody else, but I have a very difficult call to make in about, let me check the time right now. In about 10 minutes, I'm going to have to tell my wife that the plans that we had this Sunday,
Rest in peace,
are no longer plans. So rest in peace, our plans on a Saturday morning. I was going to get up bright and early, go check out a brunch, and go see a movie. But
Damn.
I was shamed, I was persecuted,
You were.
and I was yelled at.
You were.
Who would go see that movie? So I'm going to call my wife and say, honey, we need to figure out something else. Why? We planned this out. Who would go see that movie? That's what I'm going to say to her. So rest in peace,
man.
my plans with the wife.
Good job,
You
Joey.
hate to see it. You absolutely hate to see it. That's
I'm
tough.
sorry.
Young Joey, you got one real quick?
Yeah, I do actually.
Okay.
Rest in peace to one of the greatest soccer players to ever do it. His World Cup run is finally over. He's 41 years old. Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yep.
Oh man, that was some bullshit. They left him out there to die, essentially.
I know, but man, it was sad. You know what I'm saying? Like it was cool, but on to better
Watching him get
things.
subbed the game before, too, was like,
It was like, wow, this is really it.
where we're at.
Yeah.
Bro, he's
40
washed.
over 40 years old,
He's
man.
been washed.
41,
We
bro.
gotta come on.
That, like we talked about yesterday, to see Messi still do it shows you what a unicorn he is. I mean,
Right.
really, it does.
Facts.
Yeah. That was pretty tough.
That was some bullshit.
No doubt about it.
They put the game in jeopardy just to leave him in and let him get his face tied. Like,
Facts.
There will be, okay, guys, what we will not talk about here, all right? There will be no references to, quote, Mitch McConnell's brain.
Oh,
unquote, all right?
God damn.
Jesus.
We're not doing that one.
Wow.
There's more than one out there, Sean.
Boy.
Okay.
There's more than one.
Hey, it might be time
Let's get
for
to
the
that WNBA minute.
All right.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
JB, hide that 1 minute thing.
Oh, no, I'm going to stay in between.
You need,
Real-
yeah, you need to stay like
Don't let
right
him see
here.
that shit.
No.
John effing Lord, rest in peace, the raccoon in my yard. A squirrel jumped out of the tree and messed the raccoon up for messing with his peanuts.
Wow.
Really?
A squirrel took down a raccoon?
Listen, squirrels, they're diabolical.
Really?
They are diabolical, man.
Wow.
They really are.
That's good enough for me. You know, some little backyard, animal kingdom violence. John effing Lord, congrats. You won
Stay
2
away from my
tickets.
pumpkin.
You won 2
shout out.
tickets to the Tigers game this weekend. You have to email Brendan B at Woodward Sports, John effing Lord. JB Smoove will put that in the chat there. Brendan B at Woodward Sports. He'll get you all linked up. So, hey, thanks, everybody. Thanks to Art and Jake's as well for the Tigers tickets to give away. Yeah. So, okay. Now, the real star of the show. Now, the literal moment of truth.
Yes.
Here we go.
I have been lacking. World Cup has kind of gotten in the way. I have been slacking, I guess you could say, on my WNBA, attention span. That's why we bring in Generational Alex. The people voted for it. He will bring us up to speed in 60 seconds with everything that you need to know about the WNBA. It is our WNBA Minute. Generational Alex, you on the clock? You ready to go?
I'm always ready.
I know you're ready. Here it is, your WNBA Minute with Generational Alex.
All right, so not much has been going on in the WNBA, to be honest. The Commissioner Cup did wrap up. My prediction was correct. The New York Liberty did trump the Las Vegas Aces in a very good win. It did look like Asia Wilson had to go out for a leg injury, so we're hoping the best for her. But we are back to regular season games now. In the latest news, the All-Star voting is in. We've got some returning players. Caitlin Clark is returning back to the All-Star starting lineup. We've got Asia Wilson, Brianna Stewart, as well as Paige Beckers. But
the usuals.
The biggest, I think is the biggest piece of news to come from this All-Star is Olivia Miles pretty much has the Rookie of the Year all wrapped up at this point. Getting an All-Star starting position in a rookie year, that's pretty much.
That's a wrap.
Yeah, she's done great for the Minnesota Lynx. As the Lynx and the Wings keep being the teams to watch this year, the Wings especially being the bottom of the bracket the past 2 years, coming back, being one of the teams to watch, it's very cool. So make sure you're staying in tune for the WNBA. Never miss a minute. And this has been Alex Weir's Minute with the WNBA, your insider.
KG comes in there like Herb Dean stopping a fight, man. He comes in, he leads with the shoulder.
That's a red card, KG.
Alex, you know what your tagline was outstanding, but can I make it better when you said never miss a minute? Because you're only getting one fucking minute. Would have been the best sign-off ever. That would have been the best sign-off ever.
You're right. I got you next week.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Your timing is impeccable. Impeccable. Like you are spot on every week, bro. Like well done.
It's the professional wrestling.
Nitty Gritty in the chat. Generational Alex is the best thing to come out of the Woodward Sports Network ever. So there you go.
Wow, that's really high praise.
Yep. Just like Bryce Underwood is the best player ever from Michigan.
R.I.P.
Rest in peace, Generational. Dude, Nitty Gritty even let another message pop up, so it kind of got you off the trail for a second.
Hey, have a blast, man. You're going to be up the next 3 days. Yeah.
I will. Top 5 tomorrow, as a matter of fact.
Top five.
What
are we doing?
I forgot.
We doing it without you?
Well, I mean, the show goes on, right?
I mean, we can.
Do you want to airmail one in? Let's. I mean, we have to think of a topic.
We do. Let me see here.
Can we do something football?
Yeah.
I need football.
I mean, it's technically not supposed to be sports related, but I get it.
Top 5 Michigan football players.
The top 5 things you get irrationally excited about.
Okay.
That one's one on there.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I'm rocking.
Yeah. Now this is you specific list.
Yeah.
There are no answers. Can't wait to hear young Joey.
I know. I'm looking at him right now. He's getting ready to yell at me again.
Top 5 things you get irrationally excited about. I will try to get a video in Slack.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I will try to do that.
Let's
okay.
do that.
I think it's
watch
me and
Django,
Maz
man.
tomorrow, and then me and Mac on Thursday, and then me and Maz on Friday. I think that's what we'll
See,
wow.
there you go.
Nice.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
I was told we fired Maz. I was told Maz was finished.
Damn, man.
Yeah, so I think Maz is in tomorrow and Friday, and I think Mac is in Thursday, if I'm correct.
So we get a Sean Belegian Big D crossover?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Sean Belegian
I
morning
think so.
show, Big D.
Intern Alex is a leader and best.
I think that can be said.
Yeah.
And if you don't believe it, he'll kick the shit out of you.
No, seriously.
In much the same of the Mitch
If he stands a
McConnell.
certain way, I'm moving. So.
Are you doing the Mitch McConnell? You're doing the Mitch McConnell.
No,
stuff.
I'm telling the people we're not doing.
Okay.
In much the same vein that we are not doing the Mitch McConnell brain stuff, there will be no relations to quote worm food either.
Oh,
so
God. Yeah.
all right, that's enough, everyone. I'm getting out of here now. I'm doing the Sean Belegian.
Right, pull the cord.
Well, see you later.
19 Ks. That's not gonna get it done usually. 19 Ks for what? For you guys. Tonight? Yeah.